Hi, yes, I'm Rebecca Topelli. I graduated from the ICE course, teaching creative writing in the summer of 2023. I have no idea, obviously, who's watching this now live or when it's recorded on YouTube, but just partly to say, if you're thinking that everyone is a sort of late 50s, middle-aged white woman, you'd be mistaken. There are some of us, but I was really impressed at the breadth of age and experience and background and heritage of the people who were on my cohort. Um, I came at this from being a teacher and not daring to think about myself being a writer, but wanting to move on from teaching in schools to thinking about working with creative writing in the community. So I took the course while I was still working as a teacher, so that is possible. I'd stopped being a head of English. I think it'd be quite hard to be head of English and do this, but I'm sure some people could do it. So I did it while I was at school, which worked really well. You can work and do the ICE course. And I found the application really helpful. The applying was relatively straightforward, and the interview was very open and informal, and much more about whether the course would fit for you. And also within the cohort, there wasn't that kind of insane pressure to perform in some sort of particular academic way. And I would say that was similar to the course. The course itself was definitely academically rigorous and challenging, and you could pursue it in that way even further if you wanted to. And yet it also did manage to be really, really practical. The micro teachers were not new to me in that I'd been teaching for 3 decades, but thinking about obviously teaching creative writing as opposed to GCSE English literature or something like that was very different. Um, the essays, I was very nervous about writing an academic essay. I hadn't written one since I did my MA in about 1992. My PGC, I suppose. But the feedback was amazing. I've never had that kind of engagement with my own work. I don't even think at university level, actually. So the written feedback, but also the oral feedback. I was fortunate enough to have Lucy on the course, and at that stage she was running it with another academic. But you could email them directly, and the feedback was extraordinary. It was supportive, but also pinpointed. So, as Lucy was saying, the essays are formative in the first place, and so you do get indicative grades. And so I was able to improve mine once I'd understood more, once I got on my feet a bit more about academically what I was doing. I mean, I absolutely loved it. It turned out. I just couldn't get enough of writing academic essays, but that that was new to me at the start. Um, and yeah, there was a lot of real world experience. The course that I designed, I loved designing it, and I have actually taught it for the last 18 months. I've expanded it, but I have literally taught the course, and I'm now writing a book based on the course as a teaching manual to do with teaching creative writing. So it's been directly beneficial. And for the last 18 months, I've been working as a freelance teacher of creative writing, literally from just before the course ended, really, and still carry on. And when I've been wanting to explore different contexts, I've been able to contact the academics who delivered various elements of the course as well, which has been an amazing privilege to say, you gave a lecture at ICE, can I ask your opinion about, ABC? And also the connections, the network you make within the people on your cohort. So we do still keep in touch. Bizarrely enough, there's still a WhatsApp group with all of us, which if that puts some of you off, don't worry. I'm sure it's not the same in every course. Maybe it is. But more to the point, professionally. So I'm professionally mentoring someone who was on the course now, who is much younger. And there are other times when people who are older than me, I've got hold of them and said, "Hi, can I have some of your resources?" So I have definitely drunk the Kool-Aid and can only say things positive about the course. Um, and yeah, I think it does exactly what it says on the tin, teaching creative writing. I knew about the teaching, but I didn't know about the teaching of a particular ways of thinking about creative writing. But it also was academically challenging, and at the age of 55, as I was then, I wanted to see if I could do something like that at that stage of my life, and it turned out I could. So I'm sure you would enjoy it too.
Thank you so much, Rebecca.